What's up, nerds, and welcome to my weekend review where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Also down below is the 3 articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can take a look at them yourself and, read them and make up your own opinion and all that good stuff. Or you can just listen to me because I'm going to sum it all up. I just want to say that before I get started, I just want to say if you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is going to do their annual bot purge and old account cleanse, and there usually is a tiny bit, a little bit collateral damage and everything. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And I thank you in advance for all of that. So why don't we go ahead and get started on these 3 stories. So for my first story, it looks like Glow has been canceled by Netflix. Now, it was renewed for a final in season 4 and final season, and they decided not to pick it up. Now, coronavirus stopped the production and everything. They did film the first episode of the new season, but because of coronavirus, they had to stop production, and they decided to not go back into production because of coronavirus, because they said that because the show, there's a lot of contact because of the wrestling. I mean, it's all about wrestling, that it would be very hard to contain everything and not, have everybody so close. So it was hard to social distance because of that aspect of the show. Now, Mark Maron, who is on the show, did make a video saying, hey, why don't you do a movie to kind of wrap things up, give the fans what they want. And me, I just go, I don't watch Glow. I am sad for people that do watch Glow, and they're all like, oh my God, they took away my show. I didn't get an ending and everything. I just go, well, I really don't care, but at the same time, I do feel bad. I do think they should release that one episode. I mean, you've already filmed it. Why not get it out there? And then just, maybe make a movie, but it's going to be a while before you make that movie. And if everybody's career keeps going the way it is, they'll have time. And I feel bad for them because there are some talented people involved in that show. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, they're not getting any work. So which I feel bad because I like Betty Gilpin on that show. I think she does a good job as an actress. The other one, what's her name? I don't know. Doesn't even matter because I can't even think of her. But she does all right, but, nothing crazy. And Mark Maron, I mean, like, he's been in, Joker, where he had 2 lines. He is funny, though. I do find him funny. So that is my first story of the day. So for my second story of the day, which is kind of sad also, it looks like Regal cinemas are closing. And this news came hours after Cineworld, which is in the UK, closed all their UK locations until 2021. Now, this all came about because No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie, got delayed until 2021. And they thought that it would be like James Bond would keep its release date, and then, they'd had like Wonder Woman 1984 and Dune, and then all these other movies like Soul and stuff. So then No Time to Die, it moved, Soul's going to streaming, and then as of filming this video, they still have Wonder Woman 1984 for December, which it's for Christmas Day. So Regal Theaters is the second largest theater chain in the USA. If you didn't already know that, they're behind AMC. And I feel bad because a lot of people they're not like losing their jobs as of yet. They're not fired, but they can't go to work. And that's always a big problem. And the thing that the theaters need is they need like a bunch of movies, kind of like a domino effect. Like they needed No Time to Die, and then Dune, and and then Wonder Woman, and then this. They needed a plethora, a steady flow of movie content for people to just constantly come in, and and they with No Time to Die moving, that really kind of sucks for them. They're like, we're operating at a loss now, and we can't really do that. So it is a bummer, and I do feel bad for them, especially for the employees of movie theaters. It's it sucks. I hate when anybody, you know, loses their, they didn't get fired. Like, they didn't say they were firing people, but obviously they're like, hey, we don't have work for you, so go home and everything. And it's like, you know, those people have to eat and those people have to, you know, pay their bills and stuff. And I do feel bad about that. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So that's my second story of the day. And so far, it's I'm bumming you guys out. But hopefully this one cheers you up a little bit. So for my third story and final story of the day, it looks like Whoopi Goldberg is still trying to get Sister Act 3 going. So she was recently on the late night show with James Corden. I don't like that show. I don't like CBS and everything, which I'll kind of talk about that in a little bit. So, Sister Act 3, if you know anything about the Sister Act series, the first one came out in 1992, and the second one, Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, came out in 1993. So they might finally see Sister Act 3 coming about if Whoopi Goldberg gets it all done. And I love this idea because I love the Sister Act movies. But she did say while she was on the show, James Corden asked her, why isn't there, because he was like, oh, I recently watched him and everything, and I love him, and I'm paraphrasing all of this, and he's like, why isn't there a Sister Act 3? And she was like, you know, she said this, and I can't put the clip up because CBS they love to use that copyright claim, that strike button and everything. So she said, for a long time, they kept saying no one wanted to see it. And then quite recently, it turns out that that may not be true. And then she said, people may want to see it, so we're working diligently to try to figure out how to get the gang together and come back. And I think that's great. I mean, there's a lot of other characters from the first two that could make appearances in Sister Act 3. I mean, you have her two friend nuns, and then, you know, I don't know if Maggie Smith would come back, but if she did, that would be amazing. I love her so much. And then, you know, you have, you know, all the younger people that were in Sister Act 2 that could totally come back. For instance, like Lauryn Hill was in Sister Act 2, and she could totally come back. I know she's got a lot of health issues and everything, you know, mentally and stuff, and it might be, you know, difficult for her, but at the same time, I just go, how great would it be to have Lauryn Hill in Sister Act 3, and then all those other characters? Oh, so good, so good. I really hope this gets off the ground, and I hope that Whoopi Goldberg can make it happen, because I mean, it would just be so great. And I mean, like, how great would it be to just be like the Sister Act trilogy? Like, so good. So good. So, those are my 3 stories, you nerds and everything. So, tell me, how do you guys feel about all 3 of these stories? Are you disappointed to see Glow canceled after already getting handed a renewal? How do you feel about Regal Theaters closing until 2021? And do you know anybody that works there? And is there anything that could make you go back to the theater right now? And what would you want to see in Sister Act 3? Do you want to see Lauryn Hill come back? Do you want to see Maggie Smith come back? You know, do you just want it to be Whoopi Goldberg in a new, you know, church or whatnot? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next Sunday on my weekend review. You guys have a good week. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my weekend review.